farmers' protests are going on. As you know that there are two words common in all these farmer protests. One is MSP and the second is Swaminathan Committee, because farmers are asking that there should be the implementation of the recommendation of the Swaminathan Committee. But many of us don't know about that, what are the recommendation of Swaminathan Committee. So that's why we have chosen this topic. Hello friends, welcome to the Economy Primer series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about recommendation of Swaminathan Committee. And as you all know that this paper is important for GS3 perspective. Moving towards the next slide. So, these are the points of discussion we have. The first thing we are going to discuss the introduction, then we'll have a background, then we'll have a terms of references of the Swaminathan Committee, then we are also going to discuss the key findings and recommendation of the Swaminathan Committee, then government initiative, and after that practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving to the introduction part. So, in the year 2004, there was a National Commission Farmers formulated, and who was the chair of the National Commission for Farmers? So, he was M.S. Swaminathan, and M.S. Swaminathan is also known as a founder of Green Revolution, and recently we have seen that he was awarded Bharat Ratna Award. So, this is the brief information about the M.S. Swaminathan and National Farmers Commission, and why National Farmers Commission was established in order to know the problems of the farmers and how to increase the production and productivity in the agriculture. So, this is the brief, and under that National Farmer Commission, we have this also that there is a Swaminathan Committee and it is headed by the M.S. Swaminathan. That's why the committee is named as the Swaminathan Committee. So, moving to the background part. So, what will be the background? So, there are the 5 reports which has been submitted by the M.S. Swaminathan to the National Commission for Farmers, and the 4 reports also discuss about the farmers' condition, but the 5th report was the highlight, and it has actually dealt with the distress of the farmers and why farmers are committing suicide in large numbers. And it envisages the aim of the 11th 5-year plan, which is to achieve the goal of faster and more inclusive growth. So, this was the aim of the 5th recommendation of the Swaminathan Committee. Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about the terms of reference. So, these are the terms of references on which the Swaminathan Committee recommendation is based on. The first terms of references is a medium-term strategy for food and nutrition security, because that was the need of hour at that time, and after 10 to 12 years also we need this. And then enhancing the productivity, profitability, sustainability of the major farming system of the country. The policy reforms to substantially increase the flow of rural credit. As you all know that how much farmers are committing suicide because they have bought so much of the credit and they could not pay it. So, there should be the facility of the rural credit on the fair basis. And also special programs for dryland farming. We can see that in Vidarbha region and also in the Rajasthan and in many areas which has the dry moisture and which has the soil which contains the dry moisture. So, in the arid and semi-arid regions, we can see that farmers are committing suicide in large numbers. So, the special program and special initiative should require to all these dryland farming, and also enhancing the quality and cost of competitiveness. So, the cost of competitiveness is very much important to the farming system. So, it will increase the productivity and production, and also protecting farmers from imports when international prices are in a fluctuation mode. So, what happened that when there is no demand for the domestic thing and the farmers are forced to import their product to outside world, and that too when the prices are in fluctuation condition, and we can see that prices has fluctuated right now because of the after effects of the pandemic and also the Russia-Ukraine war, also the Middle Eastern region war. So, in that situation, it is the duty of the government that we should save our farmers to not sell their products on any random prices, and also empowering elected local bodies and to know about the sustainable farming and how to put ecological foundation for the farming system. So, these are the terms of references on which the recommendation is based. In detail, we are going to discuss that what Swaminathan Committee has recommended particular thing about a particular area, just like the irrigation, food security and other things. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about the key findings and recommendations. So first of all, as I already have told you that the fifth report was based on the distress of the farmers. And what are the causes that farmer distress has been the major concern? The first cause is the agrarian crisis. So agrarian distress is major cause through which so many farmers are committing suicides and they are ill, they are not able to do farming in an efficient manner because they are in the agrarian distress. So this is one of the reasons. And what are the main reasons for the agrarian distress? So we have this unfinished agenda in land reform, quantity and quality of the water, technology fatigue, access, adequacy and timelessness of institutional credit, opportunities for assured remunerative marking. And also farmers needs to have that there should be the equal distribution of the land, and we need to improve the land system of the country because in our country the lands are unequally distributed, and because of that we can see that some farmers are getting richer by day and some farmers are getting poorer by day. So this is the inequality in the land system, and because of that we can see that inequality in the land holdings, inequality in the agriculture also. And they had also recommended that the word agriculture should be inserted in the concurrent list of the constitution so that the central government and the state government both should look after the agrarian condition of the state. So this is the causes of the agrarian distress. Moving to the next one, which is the land reforms. As I already have told you that there is unequal distribution of land, and these data have been provided by the Swaminathan committee that how much unequal land distribution system we have in our country. So this is the data. So coming to the landless farmers, that how many farmers are landless. So they are the 11% in nature, and coming to the sub-margin holding, which is less than 0.01 to 0.99 acres. So they are 40%, and the land holding, it means that how much land they acquired. So it is just 3.8%. So imagine that they are the largest in number, but their holdings are very much small, which is 3.80. Coming to the marginal, which is 1 to 2.49 hectares. So 20.52% farmers belong to this category, and their holdings is much better, but still it is very low in comparison to the numbers. So they consist of 20%, but their holding is just 13%. Then coming to the small holdings, which is 2.50 hectare to 4.99 acres, and this is the 13.42, and their land holding is also low, so it is 18.59. So what we have seen that here the percentage of the farmers is very low, which is 13%, but they acquire a reasonable amount of land, which is 18%. So only this data is promising. Then coming to the third one, which is medium holding, so it is 5 acre to 14 acre, and their percentage is 12%, and their holding is very much large, which is 37%. And then coming to the large holding, which is 15 acres and above, so their percentage is very low, which is 2.62%, but their holding is very large, which is 26.67%. So what all these data shows that there is a significant equality in land system of the country. It means that the farmers who are less in numbers are acquiring large number of the lands. So this is the inequality persist, and because of that we can see that agrarian distress is happening. So these are the recommendation we have in terms of the land system. Moving to the irrigation part. So out of the gross sown area of 192 million hectare, rain-fed agriculture contributes to the 60%. So right now also the rain-fed area belongs to the more than 60%, because India is agriculture based country, and here most of the irrigation is based on the rain-fed agriculture. We hardly depend on the artificial method of the agriculture system or irrigation system, but still we have progressed a lot, and we have started doing irrigation with various methods, but here most of our agriculture is depend on the rain-fed areas. And there is reform needed to have a sustained and equitable access to water. So in the land system we have seen that a small amount of farmers consisting the large amount of the land, and there comes the all the problems, because they have they are rich in nature because they have large land holdings. So they have also access to water, they can also avail the technology, they can also use the artificial technology for the irrigation. But this is not true with the small land holdings and small farmers. So we have to be also careful about this thing. And the commission has also recommended that there should be mandatory million wells recharge program, and it should be launched immediately. And they had also focused on the substantial increase in investment in irrigation sector. And day by day we can see that government is putting efforts to increase the irrigation system, but when it comes to the total budget dedicated to the agriculture, it is still low when it comes to the ratio between the population involved in the agriculture and the budget. Moving to the next one. So next slide is about productivity of the agriculture. As you all know that productivity of the agriculture is very much important in order to be agriculturally viable country. So here here is the data we have seen, and it has compared to the other countries. So when it comes to the productivity of the India, the Indian productivity is less than all these countries. So here we have taken the country China, Japan, South Africa, Indonesia, Canada, Vietnam, and what all these productivity says that India is significantly low in all these categories. India is only promising in the productivity of the sugarcane, but apart from the sugarcane, India is low in every sector, and even low from the Indonesia, Vietnam also. So paddy also, wheat also, maize also, we are significantly low in all these areas. So in order to improve the productivity of agriculture, the commission has recommended that there should be laboratory to check the quality of the soil, so that there should not be deficiency of micronutrient in that soil, because macronutrient is very much important for the production of the crops. And also there should be the promotion of the conservation farming, and we need to be more focused on the improvement of the health of the soil and other materials just like the water quantity and quality. And also they have recommended that there should be the substantial increase in the public investment in terms of the productivity of the agriculture. So this is the productivity thing. Then coming to the credit and insurance. So this time also the farmers are asking that there should be the loan waiver system, and there is no proper mechanism where the farmers can avail their credit. And because of that, we can see that they always trap in a debt trap from the money lenders. They take money from the money lenders and they could not pay it, and the interest is rising day by day. So we need to take out our farmers from this debt trap. So the commission has recommended very notable recommendation regarding the credit and insurance, and it has focused on that there should be the formal credit system, so that farmers should not dependent on the money lender thing and other intermediary thing. And also the rate of interest for crop loans to 4% of the simple. And they had also recommended the moratorium on debt recovery. There should be the establishment of agriculture risk fund in case of natural calamity or any kind of risky affairs to the agriculture area. There should be the agriculture risk fund, and also issuance of the Kisan credit cards to women farmers. So we have seen that the commission has also focused on the women farmers, because what we have seen that in rural areas and in any farmland, we have seen that most of the workers who are women, but there is no financial security given to that women. And in that terms, there should be special emphasis given to the women farmers, because they are contributing a lot to the farming sector. So there should be the credit card scheme to the women farmers, and also credit cum livestock human health insurance package. So as you know that many farmers who are growing crops, they also rear so many livestock. So in order to improve, and whatever we have seen that there are so many zoonotic diseases spread from the animals to the humans and humans to the animals. In that case, there should be the combined package for the livestock and also to the humans, so that both health should be taken care of and they can contribute to the agriculture system of this country. Then they had also focused on to create a rural insurance development fund. So there should be the insurance that whatever they have earned from all these things, and also there should be the promotion of sustainable development in farming system and how it can be developed. So through financial services, investment in human development, and also that agriculture and business development services, including productivity, institutional development services, forming, strengthening producers, organizations such as self-help groups and water user association. So here the commission has not just focused on that how to improve the production and productivity and how to increase the credit system in our country. They had also focused then that there should be the institutional backup to the farming organization, and we need an institutional backup so that they can teach, they can promote awareness, and there should be also literacy programs related to the farming sector of this country. Moving to the another one, which is food security. So we often discuss about the food security because India is a country which produces large amount of the food products, and it also imports and also exports to the other countries of their various productions, especially the wheat, paddy and other things. In that situation, it's very important to have a food security for the whole world, not just India. So here they have recommended about the food security that implement a universal public distribution system. So they have not just discussed and focused to only one area. They just want that there should be the implementation of universal public distribution system, and also the subsidy should be given to that, and there should be the 1% of the total GDP. But when it comes to today's scenario, it is not happening, and then reorganize the delivery of nutrition support programs on a life cycle basis. And the third is that eliminate micronutrient deficiency induced hidden hunger through food cum fortification approach. So here we just not focus on providing food, there should be also the fortification of the food, and also there should be the promotion of food and water banks by women self-help group, because women are very much active into this sector. So we can take advantages from women self-help groups, and we can also promote the women self-help groups, and they by giving them money and also by promoting their work, and then help small and marginal farmers to improve productivity, quality and profitability of their farm enterprises, and organize rural non-farm livelihood initiative. So what we have seen that most of the rural India is dependent on the agriculture. So there should be also the promotion of non-farm activities so that other people can also go to that area. And we have always seen that if any land requires only 2-3 people, but more than 2-3 people are working on that land. So in order to divert all those people to other work and to make more income from other source of income, so we need to improve non-farm activities in the rural areas. And also there should be the formulation of National Food Guarantee Act, continuing the useful food for work and employment guarantee programs. And right now we can also see that we have National Food Security Act and National Food Security programs, which is taking care of the people, and by increasing the demand of food grains. So there should be we need to also develop that there should be the demand of food grains in the international markets, and also by distributing to the poor, and also by giving the different varieties to the people. So these are the food security. Moving to the another one, which is the prevention of farmer suicide. So this is the main recommendation of all these Swaminathan committee, and because of that today's farmers are also protesting, because they are against that so many farmers are committing suicide and why government is not taking care of them. So provide affordable health insurance and revitalize primary healthcare centers, and also there should be the extended support to the suicide hotspot. So in India we know that the dryland farmers are committing suicide, and especially the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra has become the hub of and zone where farmers are committing suicide tremendously. So we need to also focus and we need to highlight that which are the hotspot area where farmers are so much in distress and why they are committing suicide. And there should be also restructure microfinance policies to serve livelihood finance. So along with the increase and promotion of the productivity in agriculture, we also need to teach our farmers that how to save money, how to invest money, whatever you have earned from the farming, you need to have a financial management. So the committee has also recommended, and they had also that there should be the health insurance to all the farmers, and also promote aquifer recharge and rainwater conservation. so that these people should not commit suicide, because most of the time we have seen that the people are committing suicide where the water is not available, where there is no access of water, and because of that farmers are committing suicide. And we need to also careful for the ensure availability of the quality seeds. So this is the recommendation given to the people on the farmer suicide. And other recommendation they have also given, that recommend low risk and low cost technology, because many times what we have seen that farmer take high amount of the seeds and they invest a lot to the market. But what had happened that after we have seen that they had invested a lot to a particular crop, but they are not getting in return. And because that consists high amount of technology, so that also consists high amount of the money also. So in that condition, the farmers commit such kind of the things. So here the committee has recommended like BT cotton. So BT cotton requires a lot of technology, a lot of money. And if they will not get returns, so in that situation, they will commit suicide. So we need to be careful for that. And also there should be the market intervention schemes in the case of life-saving crops. So suppose that if any area who has a life-saving crop, particular area, so there should be the market intervention scheme for that area. And also we need to have a import duties, swift action on import duties, because many times what we have seen that we are forced to import our products, and we are forced to what you can say import things which are not available in our countries. So we need to have a proper program on this, and also set up a village knowledge centers or Gyan Chaupals. Why these village knowledge centers and Gyan Chaupals are important? Because there is a lack of awareness among the farmers. There is a lack of solidarity, and through this village knowledge centers and Gyan Chaupals, the farmers can unite and they can discuss their problems. And there should be also the public awareness campaigns to make people identify early signs of the suicidal behavior. So many farmers are committing suicide because they are unable to tell their problems, they are unable to address their concerns. So for that things we need to have Gyan Chaupals, we need to have awareness programs where farmers can come and tell about their problems, that what they are facing. And we need to also identify that which farmers are going through which kind of the stress. So by all these methods we can prevent the farmers suicide. Moving to the another slide. Another slide is about competitiveness of the farmers. So promotion of commodity based farmers organizations such as the small cotton farmers, we need to have also a proper thing on this. And then improvement in implementation of the MSP. Right now, so many farmers are on the roads because of the implementation of the MSP. And in today's era, only 23 crops which are covered under the MSP. So the Commission has also recommended that there should be the more crops which should be covered under the MSP, and they should be given the MSP. And also the Commission has recommended that there should be at least 50% or more than the weighted average cost of the production. The government is saying that in terms of the wheat and paddy and other rice, they are giving the more than 50% of the MSP. But the farmers are asking that we need to have these kind of facility to all the products, because many times our crops are not covered under the MSP. And as a result, what we have seen that we are forced to sell our crops at a very low prices. So this is also the problem, and also the availability of the data about spot and future prices of the commodities. So the rural farmer, especially the small farmer, lacks these kind of the data and these kind of the awareness that what would be the prospect of this particular product which they are growing, and what would be that in which market it is sold on which prices. So we need to have this kind of data and awareness thing. Then coming to the next slide is about the employment. So the Commission has recommended that the government should focus on the labor intensive sectors, and agriculture is a labor intensive sector. And then the Commission has also recommended that there should be the encouragement of non-farm employment opportunity. As I have already told you that many times what we have seen that on a small land holding, only 4 people are required, but there 8 people are working. So the agriculture is overemployed sector. So we need to divert all those people to the other things, so that many people should not be dependent on a particular land. So there should be the less burden on that particular land also. So this is the also thing. And the commission has recommended that we can divert all those employment programs to the trade, restaurants and hotels, transport, construction and repairs, so that people can take an advantages and earn income from these things also. And there should be the provision of net take home income of farmers should be comparable to those of the civil servant. So this is the employment initiatives and employment recommendation by the Swaminathan committee. Moving to the bioresources, India is a country where still so many people use bioresources, just like the weed, grasses, so many things, and it is also served as a very important source of income, important source of many medicines. So in order to that sector, the commission has also recommended, and they had recommended that there should be the access to non-timber forest products including medicinal plants, gums, resins, oil yielding plants. And rural people in India depend on a wide range of bioresources. We already know, for the nutrition, for the medicinal purpose. So the government must pay attention to this sector also, and there should be the community breed conservation, and we can also export our products to the other countries, and we can also import their products to our country, so that there should be the cross verification and cross exchange. So this is the recommendation on bioresources by the government. Then coming to the question part, as we have largely discussed on the recommendation of Swaminathan committee. So the question says that Swaminathan committee is related to, and this is very simple question, agriculture, automobiles, education, telecom. Kindly comment in the comment section. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section, and keep studying for your prelims examination, because it is coming near. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.